What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about some of the games releasing in February 2021 that you should absolutely be paying attention to. Now, to be honest with you, there are not many games releasing this month, and a lot of them I feel like are for very specific groups of people, which is completely okay, but I want to go over some of the highlights in my opinion, and also maybe some that you didn't know are releasing, some that are smaller in general, and a lot of the games releasing this month, I would say, are smaller, are kind of flying under the radar. As always, if you guys do like these kinds of videos, make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you guys want to subscribe to our second channel, Podcast Now Plus is its name. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. All right, let's kick it off with Destruction AllStars. So Destruction AllStars releases tomorrow. If you guys are watching this today, releases February 2nd on the PS5. PS5 exclusive and free for PlayStation Plus. So if you have PlayStation Plus, you will get Destruction AllStars for free. If you guys have been around this channel, you'll know I'm a really big supporter of this game. It's not all, sunshine and dandelions or whatever the phrase is. There are some kind of dangers. There's some things that I feel like could be a problem with this game, but overall, I'm so excited. I think this game is going to have a really good start, and then it's all going to be about if they can keep this game running. I don't know if it can be a Fortnite, this game is more like a Rocket League kind of mixture. I don't know if it'll reach the heights of Rocket League, but I really hope it at least has a chance to. The next game is Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. Now, I know a lot of people actually asked me. I got a couple comments in past videos asking me to talk about this game. Here's the video for those that have been asking me for it. I've seen things about this game that have talked about it and said, like, think prototype, which when you tell me to think prototype, I get very excited because, funny enough, I'm a diehard prototype fan. Okay, I've actually covered prototype quite a lot on this channel. I'll be flat out honest with you. When I watched quite a bit of Werewolf, the Apocalypse to get ready for this. I'm not impressed. This is one of those kind of like cheesy, feels like it's a game that should have come out in 2008, 2000. I get why. Maybe they were saying think prototype because the game looks like it's 2009. And I'm not attacking the game. I don't think there's anything bad with it. By the way, this is a list of games that maybe you should pay attention to. I think for what it's worth, this game doesn't, to me, speak out to me. It doesn't look all that good. It doesn't look all that interesting. But cult classics happen. Games surprise me all the time. This could absolutely be one of them. I want this game to be good. I never go into any game, really, wanting it to be, a pure disaster. And I guess special cases aside. So I really hope this game is good, and maybe it does kind of capture something that really hasn't been done for a while, or just is fun in one way, but maybe weak around the edges in the other one. Definitely one that I do think will fly under the radar for most people, but maybe, actually finds, a place with people. The Neo collection, that's all one thing. Honestly, I don't have much to say about the game. Both those games, from everything I've seen, are amazing. I actually forgot that I do have the first Neo. I would like to play both of them one day. Again, phenomenal series. I'd like to see them continue it. Seems like they will continue with Neo 3 at some point, like in the far future. But if you haven't played these games, this is definitely one to check out. The biggest game in my mind, the one that stands out the most to me, Little Nightmares 2. This is a game that out of all the games coming on February, I am most Destruction AllStars, I really am looking forward to, but it could be bad, it could be good. Little Nightmares, I think, definitely, like, the odds of it being bad are not high. I really feel like this is kind of a safe game, not in terms of, like, you'll feel safe when playing it, because you absolutely won't, but it's a game that I think is going to do reasonably well, and it's going to be received well, it's going to sell pretty darn solid, so I'm really looking forward to this game. I loved the first one. I was terrified of the first one, but I loved it. I've loved everything that I've ever seen about the second one, so absolutely sign me up for it. Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. So this is another one for the Nintendo fans out there. Not a lot to say about this one. Again, just something kind of to keep your eyes on. Everything looks good. It's probably going to sell like crazy. That's what every single Nintendo Switch game does. Last one I want to talk about, Persona 5 Strikers. Now, funny enough, I love Persona. I didn't play Persona 5 nearly as much as I should. It's one of the great tragedies of my life. I will one day go back to play it. I did play Persona 4 Golden, though, so I do have that to my credit. These Striker games, these dancing all night games, these are always ones that I can never get into, and I don't understand why, because this Strikers looks really really good. Like, I'm very much looking forward to Strikers. And by the way, I don't necessarily know what video I'm going to have playing here, because I'm pretty sure Persona and, that kind of stuff in general has some pretty strange rules around YouTube where I'm not going to get myself in trouble for showing the wrong thing. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this. I know other people very much are anticipating this game. That's kind of why I put this on here. I think it's going to find again, it has its niche of players that are going to play every single one of these Persona games. That's awesome. I cannot wait for people to play it. And one day when I'm catching up on all this stuff, I hope to go back to it and hopefully revisit these kind of games. So that's it. Those are, what are those, 4 or 5 games. It's kind of, again, it's a diverse month, and that's not everything. There are other games in general releasing in February, but I think these are the ones that stand out the most to me. Even games that don't necessarily speak to me, like I'm not getting most of these games, okay? But I do think these games are kind of, there's a game kind of for everybody in February, and then March really starts to open up a bit more. So let me know, guys, in the comments below. Well, number 1, what games here are you getting? Number 2, do you want me to cover? That's a good question. Do you want me to cover any of these games? I'm going to be covering Little Nightmares. I'm going to be covering Destruction All-Stars. That's kind of it, bearing something. If there's like a controversy or something like that, I would obviously talk about that. But let me know if you want me to talk about any other of these games. I'd absolutely be willing to. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on. Again, if you guys want to subscribe to my second channel, Podcast Now Plus, I'll leave a link for it in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.